It's gonna be another chill day. I've changed the music. I've changed the music because I very much wanted to listen to new music. I know that we like our music. We like our music. We love our music. It's the same thing over and over. I needed something else. So can we not be zoomed in on that? Actually, can we be somewhere else? Awesome. Hi, Stephanie. Hello. Welcome. So we will be set up today. Probably working a lot on physics. We have our head angle working great. Mostly. I have finished our body angles, which I think look very, very nice. You can see I only have one arm up right now because I want to make sure we have all this under control with physics before I duplicate everything over. This is good, kind of jazzy. Good, okay. But I've finished our X. I finished our Y. It interacts very well with X. I finished our Z, which is a nice little groove instead of moving back and forth. Hi, Nick. Good to see you. So now that we're here, and this is so hard to get to 0. There we go. Now that we're here, we're going to be working on a lot of physics. So that's actually the fun part for me. This is all like the annoying part. Now this is not, why am I not working on things like eye closed and eye move around and brow move around? First of all, because this isn't a VTuber model. This is going to be used for animation. We will still need all of this, but also I need to give myself a treat. And the treat today is to work on a bunch of physics so that it looks pretty when we move it around. So let's see. We have pre-made ones for us. Hair move front, hair move side, hair move back, and breath. Why don't we set that up? And we'll give torso. Now physiology, cute. We'll just set up a breath parameter here. No, we won't. I lied. Because I don't like that it has the arm included, right? I want it to just be this part. So then what we would do here, it's a bit much. We could be a little subtler about it. I see how this works. Now also, I just realized he's not going to breathe. We won't have a breath because he's a wooden doll. So never mind, we won't have breath. Let's just delete breath. Bullied by the cat. Oh man. Bullied by the cat. Let's just make some parameters we know we're gonna have. Like we're gonna have necklace swing. I know we're going to want collar in out, and then also collar swing. We're going to want cuff up, swing, and then Hold on, I'm thinking really hard. Dangerous, I know. Cuff up, in, out. Ripple? Let's try riff. Might change later, but I'm gonna say ripple. There's no mods here, we can do anything. Let's tilt all the paintings ever so slightly so it's fine. I doubt we'll get much of anybody. This is just nice work time for me with people I know I like. Socialization time. This is wiggle. I said ripple. Aw, he just wants to be close. That's sweet. Let's start with the hair because I am feeling that. It's gonna give us the most interesting right away. So, hair, XY, let's do a... This is bangs, really. If we look at it, this is the bangs. So let's go ahead, add bangs, move 1, create, and we'll have bangs move 1, and bangs move 2. Here, let's see. Still have to like the video though. It is true, you do still have to do that. You are still contractually obligated. Did I lie? Did I lie to everybody? I think I did. I think what I want here, yeah, it's gonna be more of a Can he also spawn a rose like you do with your dolls? Could be awesome if he moves his hand out. A magic rose appears. That could be really good, actually. Thinking about that. Actually, I just realized that we're going to need just a hair physics folder because I want to go wild with this. And it's gonna get way too much. So this one and this one and this one, all these we want in hair physics. So we have hair, bangs 1, bangs, okay. And then we want to make side hair right 1. Add this. Biscuits upside my head. Hit. Hey, what are you doing? What are you? Friend, that is not where I'm asking you to go. Why are you behaving in this manner? Let's try that. Hello? Hey! Dramatic hair flip, maybe. I don't know why it's doing that though. There we go, that's better. And we'll try out bangs 1, bangs 2. I did not make these all separate layers for the bangs. You can tell it's 1, which I'm actually treating as 2. So let's try... What are we gonna try here? Let's give it a warp deformer. I know that y'all really enjoy Lynn's traditional art streams. Would you be interested in that with me? I just went thrift shopping with a friend and we ended up finding, or I've ended up finding old magazines. I love doing collage art. And it's very much something that I usually don't share with others, but I do have a project that I would be willing to do that with. So maybe when we aren't in the middle of 2 commissions, it could be a fun thing. Absolutely, okay. Oops. Okay. Let's see how this might function in our physics settings, just to get the first look at some physics here. We'll toggle his arm on just so it's not wild. And let's add a group. We'll add a group, we'll name it hair front, preset head input, but we're gonna have to change that. And we'll say short hair long. So for input, we have angle X, angle Z, body Y, body Z. I don't like that. In my opinion, I think Y should absolutely be in here. So now we have, let's see, I can't find this. Here we go. But now these are set to 0, so let's fix that. And that means we set this to 40. 40. I think we can now set this to 40. Nope, 20. Can this be set to 20? Will it let me? No. Let's turn bodies down to like 30. No, I think bodies is the one that should be 20. The head is moving the head, right? Can I have 40 here now? No. 10 then. And then I think it'll give me 20 if I do this. It'll give me 10. Sure I can't go up any further? Ooh, that's too little. What if we did 30? Okay, it'll let me do that, then that's fine. And then output, and we have a pendulum here. It only has one, so we definitely want to add a second pendulum. And we're gonna add our outputs as these ones here, which we have made. These ones, these ones, these ones. Just these three. Sure. This 1, 2, 1, 2. So this needs to be 1, and this needs to be 1. Let's see how this looks. It probably won't be anything. Oh, that's brow. Oh, you can see it just barely moving around in there. We don't love that. Let's kick this up. Again. No. Let's make these all 40. I don't know. Do the copying before. You don't have to yell at me like that. Way too much, but also bangs aren't doing anything. I think I may have done that wrong. Was it really actually these two? Yes, it was. That's not too bad. I like that. Sorry, let me check chat. Do what brings you joy, yeah, it's true. Art does take a while to evolve and get good at. It's very, very true. Yeah, and art is something I just have to do. Very much something I would simply cease to be if I couldn't. So, well, that's not too bad. That's pretty good. We love to see it. Awesome. Okay. Oh, you guys couldn't see that the whole time I was doing that. You didn't see any of it. It's all right. Trust me, it'll look cooler when I get there. Let's... There's a YouTube video on the decline destruction of DeviantArt. Ooh. That's wild. Downfall. Yes. I'm sure there were other things involved, but I'm willing to bet that 90% of it was just people moved to Tumblr. I only know you messed up because he said so. I only knew, yeah, because I didn't realize you couldn't see the window I was working in, which is my bad. Yeah, both of them are kind of nightmare scenario for me. And I'm sure that I will talk about it more as the channel goes on. But I have, we'll just say I have the robot bug, where I'm very much into robots. So I was like, something very optimistic for me. And it turned out to just not be what I thought it could be. And I'm very upset about it. But something about that just doesn't look like swinging. Looks like it's growing. I messed up with that one. But the robots should absolutely be doing the things that we don't want to do, like dishes and chores, and be leaving the art to the humans, right? Us to do the creative things that we've wanted to do. Yes, I was building the robots. What's going on here? Rosie bot, yeah, something like that, right? And instead, they're trying to take all of the art away from us and leave us with nothing. And it's really frustrating as somebody who both loves robots and also... What are you doing? I see you. Don't think I don't see you. The cognitive decline is like the part of the recipe where I didn't expect it to taste this bad. Again, my friend. What are you doing over there? Sure. Something like that, I guess. Like, having things being taken away from us, having, like, not being able to have nice things, you get to a point where you are used to it, where you're like, oh yeah, of course I'm not allowed to have nice things. Why would I ever have thought I would be allowed to have nice things, right? There's a kind of resentment there, but then having that cognitive decline also is like, oh, great, I thought I was gonna have muffins and now I get to have literal radioactive waste. Yippee. Would be awesome if we could work with the new forming intelligence, but like any tool gets corrupted real fast. Yeah. I'm such a naive person. Okay, we had hair front. I like the way it looks, but let's make sure we have a, well, hey, say Your side, which we'll also put in head. And we want double pendulum for sure. Input, again, we need to have what we had before, so we want to add in these two. And what did we end up with? We ended up with 10, 10, 10? Is that what it was? Air front. Oh, that's weird. Why did I give that 30? Okay. There we go. So 40, 40, 10, 10, 30, 10. I'm working to know my boundaries and be conscious. It's hard. We had 40 on, no, we had something like twos and stuff. 2 maybe? Just set it all to 2? Oh, it's doing a little bit there. Please? Output 0, interesting. Output 0, scale. Between 1 and 5. Look at me heavily have our whole life figured out, do we though? Why is it not doing anything? Perspective. $15.95. 95 or 0.95? 0.95. Not that different. They're just not doing things. They're doing a tiny bit. Huh. Oh, right, you can't see anything I'm talking about. Like, this is like set up. It's all doing movements. Here, I'm gonna bring you with me this time so we can troubleshoot together. Here we are in the window. And we can see when we move our head that the bangs move. They're a bit bouncy, right? But they move. And for some reason, the ones I just did, the side hairs, don't. Hair front. Position, angle, side. Sure. Yeah, I made these exactly the same. It even like thinks it's doing things. I saw you. I saw you thinking about moving. Do I just need to like pump this scale up too dang big? Hi, story time. Hello. I'm giving myself a treat to try and work on physics, and of course it is backfiring on me. Something isn't correct. I'm a little confused. That's not how it should be working, even a little bit. Yeah, sure. They're all at effectiveness 100. That's not what you're supposed to be doing, my friend. What's making it do that? People existing is pretty great. It is. I'll be honest with you, I don't know what's wrong. I've made all of these. They should be working in the physics. I don't know what it is. Big think. Why? That's fine. That is fine. Nothing's different. Do I need to like remove some of these? Is there like too many? I can't imagine that that's the case. But let's get rid of these. No. Apparently I'm Googling it. Physics doesn't move. Does it follow my mouse? It does. Of course, there's nothing in Google, it's fine. I have a tarot question for me. Not a question for tarot, but a question about tarot. How you know how to read something. Vibes. How do I know how to read something? That's a hard one. Let me think about it. How do I know how to read something? Do I have like this in here twice or something? Side here, right, left. No, they're not in here twice. What if I just delete the whole group? and try again. Delete hairsign. Yes. Cancel. Okay. Sure. And we're gonna add, try again, hair side. Let's say, no preset, but we will have our double pendulum here. Input all these good guys. Do I want it like that? I'm thinking. Output. And we're going to add all of these. One. Okay. They're still not doing anything. The other day you pulled the Emperor, the Queen of Cups, and the Five of Cups for someone who'd asked what's coming towards the moment. You said lovely relationships. Where one or the other was coming from a place of grief. Yes. So how would I explain that one? To me, I mean, maybe it's just vibes, right? But to me, when I get people, especially in a love reading, so by people, I mean anybody in a royal, so like a page, a knight, a queen, a king, or things like emperor, empress, hierophant, high priestess, even maybe fool, probably not magician though. I don't know. I'll think about it. How do I know when to interpret Five of Cups that way and not as a reflection of the relationship they would have? Because they're not reversed. To me, if they were reversed, that's a bad relationship, right? If they're not reversed, then they're good for each other in the way my brain works. Maybe it wouldn't work this way all the time, but usually as a vague rule, I would say if I get two people cards coming out in a relationship reading and they're both upright, then they're probably good for each other. However, we have a sad card like that, so I'm assuming one of them is very sad. And that's just something some people are sometimes. Is very sad. Okay, so we get it moving, and then it just like doesn't. If it's like too far over, if it's like in the middle, if it's like really itty bitty movements, we get a tiny bit of that movement. Why? 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 Okay, so if I set it there, it just like ugly moves. It just really ugly moves. Why is it ugly? And it's still only ugly moving like here. It still stops ugly. Well, okay, there's a little bit of movement. Not a lot though. But only over here, not over here. Interesting. Why? I don't understand. Talk to me about turning these down? That help? No, in fact, that makes like the movement go away. What? What? If I scale this up just like stupid high, what does it look like? Same. Exactly the same. What if I let's try something new? No. Apparently, I'm gonna have to think about this and like Google it and learn things because it shouldn't be acting like this. I don't understand why it does. Reset parameter to default. No, that's not the button I want. No, I don't think that that's it. No? Is this telling me I don't get to have fun? I don't get to have fun today and I actually do have to work on the face? I told myself I'd have fun. Well, let's delete this again because it's clearly not working. Okay. Work out here. Do a Celtic cross? What question though? How do I bring out potential of myself and others? That's a good one. How come? I don't know. So I guess we're just doing face stuff. I didn't want to do face stuff. I wanted to do fun things. But apparently we're doing face stuff. Can't see the face because my computer's not good enough. If I click on this button, there's a high chance that if I mess something up, it will like crash my whole computer. But in order to do some things, I need clearer. Well, first of all, let's get his bangs out of the way. See how it's all fuzzy? It's not supposed to be that way. Let's do this. Let's say we'll have mouth open. We will have mouth form. We won't have cheek. There's no eye smile mechanism. There's no cheek mechanism. So we will have mouth open. Let's try that real quick. So this is going to be chin. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué are you not centered? I worked hard on making all of you very centered. That's fine. So this will be mouth open. I'll delete this again. Yes. And mouth open gets put on mouth open, wouldn't you know it? So it goes from 0, which is closed, to 1. What's 1 gonna look like? Very simple, he is a puppet. So he's going to... Nope, I was wrong. My bad. Hold on. I have to remember how this works. We want chin and smile mechanic. My bad. No? No, we don't. Hold on. I'm having such a big think right now. This is a lot, actually. Mouth open. Create. Add. Open. Closed. Open. Open. Like this. And you're like, that's terrifying. This is not how we want this man to speak. Don't worry about it. We're gonna get there. It doesn't look right now for reasons. It looks actually very bad, but don't worry about it. Mouth form. So this will be mouth form. So we're going to have 0 or -1, which will be completely flat-faced, and 1, which will be smiling. So let's get those set up. So we'll pull just the whole half here. Well, okay. We'll pull this. Rude. Okay, that's fine. Have this edit and let's rotate this. You're like, this is terrifying. It's okay. It's okay. And it's gonna rotate maybe like so. And then it will come up. And we're all the way smiling. Something like that. Exactly. Okay. Same for the other side. No, you're all right. We have our smile mechanism smiling. Let's move it a little bit different here. I want this to come down. What computer do I use? I have a laptop. I just have a laptop. It's a fairly nice laptop, but that doesn't mean it's able to do anything, right? And I'm working with a very big file here and a very complicated program, so it's doing things. Let's pull this down further so it doesn't look quite so strange. Perfect. Now that face does need to get fixed. So it's supposed to look like it's sliding over the wood there. Not too bad. I think we can pull these in a little bit. And then that's little puckery face. It's kind of cute, but it's not what we're going for. Who taught me to read cards? Myself. I taught myself over the past 12 years or so. Three of Cups. Nah, not competition, but so much, or at least I would read it. This is your reading, so you can read it your way, but if you wanted my unsolicited advice, Nick, I'd say five of Wands there is going to be like, friendly competition and like rivalry in the way of like an anime does it, where you're rivals with someone, but you're also like best friends. So let's see. With that in the... Ah, okay, yeah. Let's play here. Oh, my bad. This one. We're going to redraw this. Mm-hmm. We're just gonna completely redraw this actually. No, your questions didn't come off too stalkerish. You're fine. I just figure you're curious. Oops, my bad. Redo, but we're actually fixing this. try that. Looks like a little bit like a mantis, but we're getting there. So I think what we want is I want to look at top lip. Where does this live? How much room does it take up? And we're gonna, okay, it really doesn't take up at all. So we kind of want this to come up. Almost like here. Well, not like that though. Oh gosh, what's going on here? Yes. What did I do? Can't handle the truth. What is going on? I feel like I'm need to restart the program or something because it's just acting very strange. See this? This is not normal. I'm actually gonna do that. Hold on one sec, guys. Have you been able to see anything this whole time? Guys, you have to tell me when the screen's blank. Okay, I'm putting it on the be right back. I'm still here though, but I need to restart the program. Sen's the only one that's able to tell me when the screen's blank. Nobody else is trustworthy enough to tell me that the screen's blank. You're staring at a void because I don't have 3 monitors. I only have 2. Stephanie, you're kind of late to the party. I'm yelling at everyone for not telling me. Okay. There we go. My God. So now we're going up into, not that, definitely not, nothing I just clicked on. None of that actually. We want this, and let's see if it works this time, because it, I don't know why, was not trying to work. See, that's better. Now, I wouldn't say that that's how wood would move. Wood would stay all in the same position. So I wonder if I can't change what I've done here. Let's see, we have mouth form. Let's take it off. And instead, it sucks. Put it back on. I'm simply not on it. Nope. Not a send problem. How are we gonna do this? We're deleting this. And we're dealing with this. This. Mouth form. All of this, including top lid. Into, well, no, not including top lid. My bad. Hello? Into mouth form. Why is it already like moved? Like it's not, it's wiggly. I don't know, guys. This is strange. Okay. Nope. I guess it does have to go in there. I guess actually we do put top lip in here. Oh, boy scream. Ah, it's the boy screaming hour. Oh, hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Is it time for screaming? Yeah, hello. Hello. Is it screaming time? Okay, I lied. This does not go in there. Much better. Okay, and then innocent. Dehydrated shrimp check. Dehydrated shrimp check. I understand now that what I have done here for the smile mechanism might not be physically possible. Or maybe I just don't understand puppets enough. Ah, we have to get our resident puppet expert in here. We should have some labyrinthy music for the stream. I tried. It's very hard to find royalty-free music on a dime, on a any kind of schedule, you know? My job here I have so much to do. And then we go up a bit. Yeah, buddy. Hello. Hi. It's so good to have you around. That looks good. Open mouth. He does look like a monster. But that's okay, we'll get there. No rule that says he has to be made entirely out of wood. No, I just thought this would work. And it doesn't. It doesn't in real life. We could make it work here, right? But not necessarily know how to do that in real life. But now we need this to have a mouth form. Could be wood with leather. Maybe the lips could absolutely be some kind of leather, but it's not necessarily the lips that I'm worried about. Anyway, we can make it work here. We such a silly smile. It sounds like it squeaks when he does that. Right. Okay, and then we'll have this for mouth open, but we're also going to use it in... How are we gonna do this? To have a... Somewhere I put somewhere I put a mouth back. Here he needs cat ears. No. So let's put this Cat Jareth. He would. So that's not too bad. It's this part that I'm like, how do I make him not look like a bug? Right? The answer to that is, for me, in this program, I can make it happen. In real life, I would need an expert. But in this program, not too hard. So we have our open mouth, and we're just going to form this into the shape we need. With some quote-unquote movie magic, I suppose. works, I guess. That's what you get. Okay, can't complain. Let's not equal, but we will eventually get. Now, this is a test. This is only a test. Something like this. Right? Very marionette coded, right? Just the way they move their mouths. That's what I was originally going for. And honestly, if we just make this a straight line, it does give that, instead of making it try to curve with the mouth, it does in fact give marionette. Or like nutcracker, I suppose, would be a better way. Excuse me! Ugh. Oh, I'm sorry for that. That was wild. So that's what I was originally going for. Now maybe it could just be that he can't smile while he's talking. That is also something allowed, where we have it set to default while he talks, and if he has a closed mouth, he can smile as much as he wants to. See, that top lip needs moved a little bit more. So. Does it? Or I think it's this. Ah. Do I need to make this into a blend shape? Starting to see what we're doing here. Hold on. Keep it this marionette the whole time. Okay, but I have an idea. It's just way too. Okay, we're not that far up now. So now I'm just going to extend our marionette just a little bit further in. A little bit narrower of a mouth, right? There we go. Now that's working. Mouth moving. Smiling. There we go. Save. Now, things like brow. So this is brow, right? Form. He won't have a form, it's made out of wood. We have form made out of wood. Angle. Easy. So this is for right. Okay. So let's find our eyebrow. Eyebrow XY, and we want eyebrow angle. Create. Add in. So when we have it at negative, we get angry. Angry. And I do want it to look like it is pivoting from a spoke that's here. That's better. And here it can get more like this. No. Here? Nope. Okay, so if, hold on. If our spoke is coming out here, then it would be there-ish. That looks like it's rotating from there. And then we would want it to be here-ish. There we go. So there's our rotation. Wi-Fi, oh man. And then we will have brow angle for the other side, brow X. In what world do brows move on the X or on the Y? Yeah, on the X axis. So I think we're going to delete that. Yes. We're going to delete this. Yes. And then we have Y. So now we can eyebrow Y, create, add in, and when it's 1, and again, it's moving on this mechanism here, and then down, let's say like this. So extremely angry, surprised. We have emoting. What is this? This is eyeball Y. Okay. Smile, chin, face, eyes. Eye right. Now this includes everything. We don't want everything. We want pupil. I think that's it. So this is eye movement, X, Y, create. This is eyeball X, right? Can't read anything. Please? Eyeball Y, okay. So Y is gonna be down. You'd be looking down. And up. Up. And then this is... Ah, but they go together. Yes. Eyeball X. add that in. Yeah. Now this is a ball, so I am going to kind of do this to it. I want this to look as good as it can, you know? Yeah, see? And now it's moving around the ball. Let's do the same thing up here, so you won't see it as much. But it will add, certainly, something to this. Okay. Same thing with this pupil. Oops. Oh no, that's right. I just didn't add it in. This should not be too hard for the computer to do, and it's not. Now he has moving eyeballs! Now we can't have eye smiles. We're gonna get rid of this. Or eye left smile. But we can have eye left open and eye right open. Yeah. So this is eyelid right. Create. Hello? How come? Why are you like bigger than you need to be? Anyone got recommendations for hamburger meat? That is a wild question, Stephanie. Why is this acting this way? Okay, we're gonna put this here. Eyelid right. Oh, close. It's fine. So that's closed. This will be open. And I specifically want it to look like it's rolling. That's the whole point. Like it's a part on top of the glass eye. Behind the wooden mask and in front of the glass eye. And then we're gonna do the exact same thing by flipping this. We don't want to reverse that, but we do want to shift. Nope, not like that. Drag this whole thing over to there, so it's correctly. So this is going to be more like a little bit less. Yeah, okay. And then this we're putting in here. This we're going to bring on down to where it needs to be, which was there-ish. And then we put it into here. So now they're both, well, how am I supposed to do that? I know there's a way in this program to make that happen. To make this easy on me. Very clearly, this is not the way. Oh, it's just gone. There we go. Much, much, much better. Okay. We do want this to be on two separate things though. So we'll go in here. Change. And we want this to be on left open. Now left opens and right opens separately. Eyeballs move together. Brow moves. Let's make another eyebrow. Nope. Here we go. Control B. Flip. We are doing angle X and brow angle. Yeah, I think. We'll find out. No, we're not flipping brow angle. Just X. Okay, perfect. But now for this one, again, we need to hit change. And we want this on brow. Is this Y? Okay. this one. And we want on this one, change to this one. Okay. Save. So let's go ahead up here. Let's turn our bangs back on. See what it all looks like together and what needs looked at. And this time I will bring you with me to the physics settings. This time we're not gonna mess with that because it made me sad. Instead, we're just going to check how are these looking. That glitter though, that glitter is getting me. That is I like that a lot actually. We haven't added in any bounce for it, but it's happy. Let's try B. That's a little bit much. But he's out here grooving. I'm absolutely grooving to the beat. Wow. Look at this. You're digging it? That's good. Magic dance. Yeah? That's the vibe. He's trouble. I like the way that green eye turned out, honestly. It looks very nice. Everything else I can't say, so I can't say that for anything else at all. But the green eye looks nice. And this is pushing it to extreme angles, which we wouldn't have to do when we were creating animations for it. It looks like you like the bang shake. Thank you. Eventually everything else will also shake, but we're not there. Looks like a 2005 digital animation. That's fine. We'll get there. He's waiting in line, just like the Lady Lapine was. Posing beats all of these, absolutely. Okay, so what are our terrible, terrible things that are terribly wrong? Eyelids, for sure, are terribly, terribly wrong. The shape of the face gets strange, to say the least. Though I'm not even sure where I would begin to fix it. The fact that I did this by myself is, in fact, impressive. Growing up in the 90s, this is something that a team of 20 people would have needed 8 computers to do. Yeah, there's the way this curves, especially when it's talking. But first and foremost, fixing the eyelids is going to be a big part of it. So let's see what we can't fix with the eyelids. Now this is inside of face and all of that, so why? Yeah, it's just not getting us where it needs to be. Like that? Mm-mm. Incorrect. To say the least, right? It would live. Like way back there. The thing is that is what it is. So if I were to take the whole of the eyes and add it. Big think. Hold on. Because if I took the whole of the eyes, right? Let's open them. It's like that actual movement is not so terrible. It's where it lives in space. Now, do I want this to be over here? Yes, I do. But I'm just now noticing that the eye white is also showing. So let's put him like way back there. How's this look? Like it's moving, right? And it could do with this. Okay, so I have an idea here. We're gonna take this. This is not connected to anything, I don't think. I'm going to change this to eyes, X, Y, enter. And here, adding it to this. Over here, what's that going to look like? It means we pull this back like so. We pull this maybe here. Up here, it would be more like that, and this side, that. see where we're at with that. It does give us like a little bit of a gap here sometimes when he turns, but I think that's charming, honestly, because it's how it would probably work in real life. Gotta go brave the stove. Don't worry about it. Yeah, the shape of the jaw when it turns to different angles isn't so great. This isn't as bad as I expected it to be, honestly. Like, there's certainly still tweaks we could make. The nose is still a pain, and that jaw shape is hard when he tilts. But we can make this work. Let's try this. So, specifically when we look around, that jaw shape, where is it annoying me? Oh, here. Absolutely here. It's extremely annoying. And then this changes it much? No, it just looks terrible. Let's see if we can't fix that. Don't like how Frankenstein it looks. Oh, so it's just when he's talking? Well, of course it's gonna look weird when he's talking. Oh, that's a choice. Was that happening? Was that happening when we were playing into physics? Hold on. I don't feel like I remember seeing that happening. Maybe not. Okay, so yes? Hold on. Let's see if we can't get him to do that again. Hi. That's a bit much. That corner needs fixed. The lower corner much less so than the top corner. Like, the lower corner is still not great, but that's just bad. Also, his nose is wiggling. That's still a big issue when we're rotated. I wonder if I can't give him, like, wonderfully arch. What does that mean? I appreciate the I appreciate the vote of confidence, and it really does go a long way, but I don't know what arch means. That does look better. It does look nice though. Like, it looks terrible, but it also looks very nice. You know? You know that feeling? When something looks terrible but also nice? Anyway, let's look at this angle because it's bad, in my opinion. We could have left it here. That's not too bad. I'd even say this is decent. But again, there's this whole triangle here that's no good. This... Really, anything on this line is no good. And this line maybe to... here? And then this terrible no good triangle. Isosceles, or I guess it's a right angle. No good triangle. Let's see what we can do here. So if we know this whole line's bad, let's try and fix it, I guess. See everything that's attached to it though? We've come so far. Let's try and see what we can't do in head. So see how his I don't like how his chin gets all scrumped. See how his chin gets all scrumped. The nose doesn't go nearly far enough up. Like, just don't worry about it for now. That top of the nose. And then we can come in here and we can fix these, which are also separately attached. Already better. Is it good? No, but it's better. I'm seeing here is a problem. See how this lives at the corner of his mouth? It's not living there. It's simply not. Already so much better. Is it good? Again, no. But it's better. Getting a little too sad for me. Oh, I'm on... No, I'm on head. Can I fix this though? This is bothering me. So we're at our like normal Jareth. To me that looks more like this. And more like that. That's fine. That's fine. Sure. Oh, I was like, what happened? And I'm noticing eyes are still kind of wonky. Going out of bounds there. That's not quite where I had it. It's changed. Adjective, naughty, or annoyingly playful, mischievous. I like it. I like it. Okay, actually, that's way better. Like it's not, but it is, you know? I don't like how like the whole face is tilting. I think I can fix it. Except there's a lot of things to not change. Nope. Not those. Nope. Still wrong. Is there anything other than the eyes, though, that goes real wrong? No, not really. So we're gonna just take eyes completely out of the picture. And yet it still does that. But I took eyes out. Hold on. So we do want to reflect the eyes. Aye. It's not these, not these. Sure. Not any of this. When did this happen? Thank you. When and how did this happen? And you would think if it was motion mirrored that it would not do that. So that still works. What are you doing here, friends? And what are you doing here? Are y'all like... How did you get like this? Tell you, hey, aw, cute. Wait, did I undo the mirroring? No. Okay, I'm just gonna see this, I guess. Hold on, until I have undone the mirroring. Okay, and then we want to edit, redo. Okay. Okay, and that's not messed up anymore. Let's go ahead. Grab this. Okay, grab that, select all of that. Get rid of the things we know we don't want. We don't. We do want those? Why are those in there? I don't know. Let's just try it with everything. Okay. Oh, nope. I did do that wrong. Control Z. Guess these absolutely need to not be in there. Modeling. Parameter, motion mirroring. Okay. No, so that's also wrong. Modeling, parameter, motion mirroring. Okay. Oh, did it do it this time? Needs a little bit of tweaking, but that's at least much, much better. Somehow these weren't. Why are those involved? Those shouldn't live. Those should only live. Oh no, they do. Okay, hold on. That's gonna be more like there, and this more like here-ish, but I do want to take this and, oh no, not like that. Like this. And I can even pull this out if I really wanted to. I do like that, but is that like went down? Shoulders. Gosh, that's so much better. Let's take a look at the physics. And by physics, I mean not physics, but like test and the bangs move. Just to see if we can't find anything else we can fix up. Oh, that's already looking so much better. Wow, holy cannoli. Now, mouth open, I think I'm going to have to rethink. We might have the black be in front of our mandibles that we have created, our bug mandibles, so that it's less freaky. But I think that's completely doable. But he's looking very nice. Let's pull out a bit. See how he looks as a whole body here. What are you doing leaning back so far? Wow, this is not bad. Wow, I'm okay, I'm happy with where we are today. Wow. Why physics wasn't working, I couldn't tell you, but here we go. We're doing much better, friends. So I guess in reward, we get to go back to looking at why our physics weren't working. But let's just, so let's close these up. We have physics I haven't touched, and then our hair physics, which I promise should be doing things. And only the bangs wanted to. So let's see if we can't. Well, let's go back into this. Okay. And this time we're going to be playing around. So we want to add a hair side. This time, different. We're gonna go for our double pendulum input, adding all three of these. Okay, say 30, 30, 30, nope, 30. How's this? What is this looking like? Position, position, angle. Yes, I think that's right. Okay, we have our double pendulum. Output, one at a time. So I'm gonna add just one at a time. 1, 2. Increase, yes. I see it there. It moves a little bit, but again, it's only between these two dots, not between the rest. What if we did angle, angle, angle? Nothing. Input. Position, position, position. Output. Increase. Yes. Please keep increasing it. And if I move it just stupid big, let's try 60. Okay, see, it did something. It did something, but again, it's only within the confines of these. How come? Is there like yeah, a minimum maximum? What are these set to in here? Hold on, it's gonna be dark for a second. Minus 30 to 30 is what these are set to. And these are, aha! Sure. Is that making it better? Sort of. We still have to do this to all of them, I think. No? Don't understand. Never done this. See how smooth these run? How come this isn't doing the same thing? Ah! Okay, so physics. How do I explain this in a Google? Live2d physics. it just like doesn't move. But just like some of them. It just doesn't come up. I don't know. So it's not something I can just Google myself. Interesting. Well, I guess I just make more settings and don't mess with... How long has this been black? Guys, you gotta tell me things. I'll just make more settings and hope that physics works later, question mark? I don't know. Like, so we have our toggles. Let's go ahead and just put one of these away. Hair physics can... I mean, I guess I'll just do the rest of them. I don't know. Let's delete these. Yes. So we've done, let's close everything up so I can get where I need to be. So we haven't done the top hairs, but that's going to be a whole thing. We've done bangs, we've done those ones. We haven't done these, which is our fluffy hair back, which isn't going to have much of a movement, probably just one. So let's do that. Hair back movement, and we won't put a number on it so I can remember that there's only one. So we might have something like, oh, nope, not what I wanted. This one. Something like, no, also not what I wanted. Hold on. This one. Hair back movement, create, add. There we go. So we might have something like, just real subtle here. Something like this. Just a little bit of movement. And then a little bit of movement. Up. Just some subtle wiggling. And then hair back long. We have two of these, they need to act together. Hair back long. Movement 1. Create. Hair back long. Movement 1. Okay. That. Male have insight? What do I have? I just actually pulled up a manifest of everyone in the chat. How did I do that? I don't know. That's a good participants. So if you click on the 3 dots up in the corner, you can then click participants. However, it only shows the 3 of us. So Nick and Sen and Stephanie might have left. Oh, right. Back here is going to move this way. It's going to move opposite. So the way physics works. That positioning will need fixed. Let's do that now. So these 2, real easy. I don't need to do anything to them. Just that shouldn't mess with anything. Just gets that out of the way. Great. And then we will have... Now, wait a minute. Did I... No, I made them all in the same one up here. Okay. Weird. Just pair back movement 2. This one's smaller. Probably will never get seen, but I want it there anyway. Of course I did it in the middle. So there's our hair physics. At least the setup, not the physics itself, unfortunate. Let's go ahead and go for our necklace. Torso, body, chest. This is so many things. Our vest buckles are all in there. Pendant, okay. So this will be pendant wiggle. And yeah, we'll probably want chain in there. Hey, friends. Ah, okay, that's... Oh. Don't love it. That's a better idea. Instead of that, let's... This one. Don't want. This one. Okay. We had a collar, which is going to be its own whole huge thing. I did that on purpose. Let's see if we can't show myself that I'm good at this. Okay. All of these. That's unacceptable. Let's try it this way then. Let's... I can't, like... Pretty sure I can, though. Pretty sure I can do that, though. Copy, paste, vertex points to new mesh. Live2d. Manual mesh edit, okay. Yes. Manual mesh edit. Can I move between layers when I'm doing this? No. No. Okay, sorry, that really freaked me out. Okay, so... Manual mesh edit. I can't switch between different... Can I? No. Control V? Wait, did it do it? No, it didn't do it. No, it's just not doing it. I don't want from different keyforms. I want it between layers. Unfortunately, copying keyforms themselves only works for identical meshes. You have to copy it and flip it. Okay, so I don't actually get to be able to do that. Okay, so that's just not an option for me. Just a non-option. Okay, which means since this is just simply not working, right? That's not heavy. Letting that out there now. That's not heavy. I guess I have to do it like this. That sucks. Can I Google like Live2d how to change mesh from standard to heavy? Like I already meshed them. Can I auto mesh them again? I feel like I can. Can I re-auto mesh? How to re-auto mesh? Ah! Hey, Saxo! Thank you, thank you! I'm fighting with Live2d right now for my life, but I'm glad that you've stopped in. How are you doing tonight? I'll give you a surprise. I'm also something else. I'm not just a bunny witch VTuber. I have secrets. Three different well, I wouldn't, yeah, I guess so. I guess 3, yeah. I was like, I would know, that's not, I guess, yeah, no, you're right. No. This is, why are you doing this to me? I'm Googling it again because I'm so... Ah, no, I thought I fixed the bot. Eating a churro in the dark. Try not to burn your retinas that bad. Let me turn off that for tomorrow. There we go. I'm Googling it again. I'm Googling Live2d because it lets me auto mesh sometimes, but like sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's a really good idea to get a churro. I can redo auto mesh, and sometimes I can't. Why? Try duplicating the layer. Try closing it and opening it again. Rude. I don't want to sit here and do this. This is crazy talk. I should be able to hit auto mesh. It's done this before. Heavy. See, it changed it. Standard. Little. Heavy. That's not heavy. I can tell you that right now. Let's try this. Auto mesh presets. Just see if those are wrong. Try sleeping and doing it after you wake up. I mean, checks, right? That's what we tell the computer to do. What if you sleep for like 1 millisecond? I'm fine. Thanks. Default settings for automatic mesh generator. Okay, but like, what are the numbers? Have you tried turning it off and on again? Ay. No. Simply does not exist on the internet. Okay, we'll figure it out. So let's just not do the collar right now. Okay. Cuff instead? Do we feel like maybe doing that? I don't, but we're gonna do it anyway. We'll work on down. So we have cuff for down. Okay. We want cuff wiggle. We want cuff in out, and we want cuff ripple. Ripple's gonna be the hardest part. So let's do wiggle first. So let's grab this, make another one. This is cuff down wiggle. We'll add this here, make this a little bit smaller. Okay. Cuff in out. And that's gonna be something like that's like that. That looks nice, actually, in my opinion. And then ripple. Ripple, I did all this work. Been doing problems. All I am is Bunui problems. Okay. This was what we put all of this work into in order to make happen. So we gotta at least try to make it happen. And you can see, this is the work I mean. So what if let's just work on the front first. One at a time. One thing at a time. Here's our first one. We want to make this ripple. So let's say it's rippling in this direction. So it would pull in maybe like this. This middle one. Change and be more like this. So it's ooh, right? Not so sure I love it, but how about more like that then? And then this one, be more Is this what I'm talking about? Oh no, it's not. Never mind. Never mind. I'm crazy. Okay, so it's rippling. Let's do the back as well. I'm gonna turn off the legs so I can see what I'm doing. There we go. Okay, and then we do the other side. So this has, well, hold on, I don't like the way that's moving. This one. Better, that's better. Okay, and then the other direction where we had this out, let's put it in. And we're going to ripple it something like, let's say this. Let's say like that. And we can have this come in. That, and then out on this side. Same with this one in here. So, and then out maybe like that ish. Something like that. And then bottom ones come way in like so. more out. And now it wiggles. Let's see if we can't, even though physics wasn't working very well in a minute, let's, because I really want to see this in action very, very badly. Let's hit save. And let's pop on over to our Be Right Back screen. And I will restart the program. See if we can't get this working. I am still here. Everybody hydrate. It's a shrimp check. Yeah. So most of the time I do tarot reading streams. I say most of the time, half the time I do tarot reading streams, and the other half of the time I do art streams. Divination, yeah. So, file, Jareth. Tell it to go to sleep and wake back up. Okie dokie. And let's pop back over here. There we go. What's this doing here? Is this right? Did it save everything? Yeah, no it did. Okay. Just don't know what this is doing here. Oh, because I hit it. Okay, because I hit it. Okay. Oh, that scared the heebie-jeebies out of me. Okay, so we've got this. We've got this, and we have wiggly fingies. Okay, let's see if we can't make it work in our physics settings. Here we go. So we would add new, this would be cuff, input, body, reset, let's say close light, why not? And we can output add cuff, cuff, cuff down. Let's have a second pendulum to do for ripple, because I want to. Input 100, 100. And then can turn on toggle all the way back. There we go. And let's say we have body. Okay, that's not quite right, but it's looking really good. Let's try it that way. Oh. 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 Oh, I'm so proud. Oh my god. Oh, I put in all that work for a reason. Oh, that looks so nice. Okay, does that mean that it will work if I try the hair over again? If I add like hair 2, we'll add body and we'll add hair long. Input, we'll just leave those there. Add. We want all of these. Okay. And then we want another pendulum for sure. And we want 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and last. Wait, no, this is, I did it wrong. 1, yeah, okay. Hair back, movement, hair back, long, okay, yeah, and 2. Okay. I didn't do anything. No. Oh, I've set it to body on accident. But it is doing things. Okay. So let's fix that because this isn't right. We want to delete and delete. And we're going to add our X, Y, and Z. Okay. And we want like 60, 60, 60 probably. Well, let's do 80, 80, 20. Why not? Because I think can I make this 80 also as well? No, 20. Okay, and then okay, the back's working. Back's working, but not our front still. Angle. See how it's doing that? Okay, it's doing things. Hold on. Outputs. Outputs are right. Let's increase our magnification, please. It's not. Let's, what if we made them all 2? Just doubled it. No, what if we made them all 10? I can't do that. I can't set in bulk. No. See, it's still, well, see, that did something. That's doing things. But like too much of it probably. Why is it like ticking like that? Here too, what did we do for cuff? Position, angle. Position, okay, X. These angle. Here too, position, position, angle. shouldn't be anything different. This might be something I need to get help for. We won't struggle with it here, but we can now be adding other things. Reset parameters to default, except that one. Don't reset that one. Let's try adding like reflections. Input, we're gonna have our own, and let's go for closed light's been treating me well. Input, we want to add probably these ones and set them to, I think, 50 each. And then output, we're gonna add our shine and glitter. I was looking for the word rainbow and instead it says glittle. I like it. It could be no, I think that's pretty good. Let's add another one. We did we do anything else? Hold on. No. I just got that easy. I got that excited. No, okay. So we'll pull ourselves back over to the main program. I'm so happy about this. Let's go ahead and try and do it for the top one. So we have torso, arm, 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 up. Cuff. Cuff front, cuff back. Okay. So same thing, we are gonna have swing. So we'll add a cuff swing. And that will be kind of light for this one. Because it's being blocked. By the arm. And then we'll have our cuff in out. And finally, our cuff ripple, which for this one isn't so much of a option, you know? Shrimp check. Big stretch, everybody. Jane Fonda beat me yesterday. So everything hurts. It's worth it though. Okay. No. This button. So for this is middle. Let's say this one goes... Nope. Maybe like this. Just a happy little cuff. Just doing things, you know? I don't think that one's gonna be able to move much, but let's put it here. Just so it does move. And back. Yeah, that one can move. I'll maybe let it droop down like so. And on this side, we'll have it move the other way. So this one will go more this direction. Again, this one's not going to move all that much. Okay, and then backs. I'm gonna have it droop again because I like that motion. This one more so like this. This one more so maybe like way over here this time. Perfect. Save. And let's look at this one. So over in our cuff, we're just gonna have the same thing. I'm going to add our cuff ups. Okay. I liked this as 1 and 1, but we'll see if we are feeling it. Put our arm toggle up this time and move the body. Oh. It's a bit like jello-y, but I'm really, really happy with this actually. So the jello-y part is going to be coming from the in-out movement, I think. This one. So what if we scale this down a bit? Yeah, that's already better. And our arm down. How's that? Fantastic in every shape and form. I love it. I'm gonna take a look at these hair physics. When I move the body around, can I close these? I can't. No, it doesn't move any of them. Oh, these ones are saying they're moving. These ones say they go all the way, but like very clearly not. That's interesting. See how that like shoots bunk bunk bunk, because that's this one that we set up to 20. I mean, it's still bunk bunk bunkin'. Hold on. Which one is this? Oh, of course it's not gonna let me see it. Parameter 20, great, really helpful. I'll look at that on my own later. Pretty sure it's this one though. No, that's Spangs. Hold on. Okay, so they move there. Clearly that's not it. Reaction time, shaking, duration. Okay, wait, now we're getting somewhere. See how it's actually like kind of doing things? Barely. I think if we turn our scale up stupid high now, which would be, let's try it on the mullets. No, now it just ticks like a clock, right? What if we try 10? It's still just ticking like a clock. 5? Still just ticking. 2? Okay, not so bad. But yeah, still like clockish. Do I need to make the movements bigger? I don't for the back. Her back looks great. I'll redo them. I'll see what we got later. Plenty more physics to add. Like Arm up front. Bounce. Arm up front. Sleeve movement. Particularly this. Ah, okay, that's why. Five. I think that's too much. Again, I think I pushed it too far. That's better. Other way around, actually. Oh, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. And I think I just need to redo those hairs. Let's see what we can't do. Particularly it was these. So instead of having these movements, which are apparently real, but we just don't see them, I'm gonna get rid of them. And we're gonna try them out with warp deformers instead of these line deformers. So I'll just do one just to see if we can make it work. We'll use that. Well, actually, so movement 1 is going to be light. Just say it just quite light. It's just absolutely just mucking with it. And I'm making it huge so I know it will be picked up. Bottom is less so. Let's make this bigger. I think it'll be easier. Scrap. Oh, are these like tuning each other out? Is that the problem? Yeah, they are. Well, how come Bangs wasn't doing that? Because if Bangs go this way, I guess they do tune each other out. I was just lucky? Oh, okay. I see what's wrong. Oh boy, that's a lot. Well, if that's the case, I'm gonna call it here. We've had a fantastic job today. Quite proud of us. And we will pick this back up later. You'll see where I have it. You can find me tomorrow for our tarot stream. Thank you so much everybody for hanging out with me at our new hour, new channel. And I will see you later. Thank you very much again. I love each and every one of you very, very much. And bye-bye. Bye-bye.